So I just wanted to give you a little overview. The Universal Peace Federation is an international and a religious network of individuals and organizations, including representatives from the religious, government, civil society, and the private sector. An NGO in general consultative status with the Economic and Social Council of the United States, UPF, supports the work of the United Nations, particularly in the area of interfaith, peace building, peace education, and the strengthening of marriage and family.
We're sisters, and the reason we're sisters is because we're both daughters of God, right? But what I want to know is how many of you have heard of Jesus? Now, I didn't ask you if you believed in Jesus after you heard of Jesus. So everybody should raise their hand because you've heard of Jesus. Okay, so we're not trying to convert you. You just need to know if you heard of him. Well, the way I hear it, he was a person that did all kinds of miraculous things. Even went as far as dying and coming back. Now, you know, some of this stuff is kind of hard to believe.
Thank you all for having me here today. And this is a very important topic, and I'm glad you guys are all here to partake in the conversation and hopefully bring about some solutions. And so the first question on our list is, what racial issues do I see in our environment? And how often do you see what you're describing? Well, I see all racial things taking place in our environment. We have education disparities taking place in our environment. We have social injustice taking place in our environment. We have healthcare injustices taking care of our environment.
I have to tell you what I keyed on most is the education system, because we do want to teach our children at that very point, that foundation of how to interact. What I can tell you is that, and the judge can probably weigh in too, is that a lot of the problems we're seeing is that we don't know how to conflict manage. Our children cannot manage conflict. And that bleeds over into their adolescent years and their adult years. I can't tell you how often I've seen it. I've been on the police department for 24 years. And I've seen families and their children grow up. So when I look at racial issues and who are most affected, it is that age group and that demographic of where we are seeing disenfranchised neighborhoods, families after family are still in that disenfranchised neighborhood. Where is that opportunity? Where is that exposure for growth or medical treatment, as Roxanne was saying? And it's very real.
As a white person, I have a good heart. I grew up with no malice in my spirit. I see all people the same. No, actually, I'm colorblind. And I had a young friend who was black when I was growing up. And if I'm black, I'm saying, you know what those people did to my people? They kept us down. They cut off our hands when we tried to read. Of course we can't read because we were forbidden from reading. And so we're mad at these white people because they got everything and we have nothing. So we got these two opposing kind of people. So to the white people we say, today, starting today, you can no longer afford to be colorblind. Okay? You can no longer afford to be colorblind. Okay? Stop it. Take off your blindfolds and see black people. And know that they're seeing you through their eyes. Not because they have any malice towards you, but they want to get to know you. They really want you to start saying, I'm sorry my ancestors did such a bad thing to your ancestors. Will you forgive me for that? Did that hurt? My ancestors were really cruel to your ancestors, but we got to work through that. We got to acknowledge that there was a problem. For black people, you got to stop blaming white people for everything that's wrong with you. Nobody living on the earth today is responsible for racism, right? No one created this that you know. We inherited racism from our ancestors, right? We inherited everything. We inherited our information, how to treat other people. So what do we do about those ancestors? Who's going to fix the ancestors? I'll leave that to the ministers. That's a whole other conversation that will lead to our spiritual community. Because we know that in the spirit world, things happen to impact us here on earth. And I don't know that conversation to have, but I know it's a conversation that needs to be had, and we're going to fix this problem.
a reason for over you. And the reason is you. I found a reason to show a part of me you didn't know. A reason for all that I do. And the